It's hard writing science fiction that keeps people coming back for more. I'll teach you about step 5 in the Gravity Undone 5-step framework, the Unexplained. My name is Surrey from Gravity Undone. Are you writing a science fiction story that keeps people's attention? Is it a podcast, a short story, a screenplay, or a novel? It can be hard to write a story that leaves people wanting more. That's why I created this easy to follow framework. So get ready to take some notes and start writing. You're still going to have to write your story, but I'll give you a structured way to develop your world. This isn't a plotting tool, so I won't cover things like the hero's journey or the Blake Snyder beat sheets. Both of those are great tools you can use alongside this one. Each step of the framework progresses from the last. By the end, you'll have a world, characters, conflict, and enough left over to keep your audience wanting more. Step 5 is the unexplained. Instantaneous travel via portal gate is the norm, and all of mankind is linked by a complex web. A new religion, a doomsday cult, has started to spread, preaching that the end is coming, born on the wings of the destroyer of worlds. This destroyer will use the transit web to spread so fast through human civilization that it can't be stopped. By the end of the conflict centered on the cult, the disparate worlds of humanity are disconnected, with no easy way to re-establish that connection. But what was the destroyer of worlds? Was it the cult itself and the conflict it spread? Was it just made up nonsense? And who started it? What is life if not for mystery? Do you want a story that leaves nothing to the imagination? I thought not. We are basically primal creatures. When we receive information, it first enters our reptile brain, our most basic processor, and we determine if what we are perceiving is predator or prey. We run from predators, but we chase prey. Your story should be the prey that triggers the chase instinct. It should entice your audience to follow it and catch it. You've chosen your main focus in step 1. Now it's time to pick a second one. The difference is, this second focus should remain unexplained and unexplored. As Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon, said, mystery creates wonder, and wonder is the basis of man's desire to understand. The second focus should touch on each character you outline in step 3 and be involved in your conflict from step 4, but have no resolution. The mystery focus must not distract from the main focus, and it shouldn't be questioned openly by the characters. You don't want to distract the audience, just entice them. The mystery focus should be the quick movement seen in the peripheral vision that makes your audience quickly turn and look but see nothing. When your audience reaches the end of your story, if you've done it right, they will be satisfied that your primary conflict is resolved, but they should hunger for more without necessarily understanding what they want. If your major conflict is the rise of a doomsday cult spreading throughout human space via portal gates and the havoc they create, then what of the destroyer of worlds they preach about? Each character can come in contact with some form of destroyer myth. There are so many to choose from in just our own history. And each of the minor conflicts, the starship on a collision course with the hub world, and the antimatter bomb in the neutron star, could even be seen as signs or the actual destroyer of worlds, but have no concrete revelation about what this mysterious thing is or how it will spread through the gates to destroy humanity. At the end, when the doomsday cult's primary goal is defeated and the gates have been dismantled, your audience will be satisfied that your story has resolved. But is there really a destroyer of worlds out there? It can be the hook to a sequel, but you can cheapen your story if it's dangled as such. Your story should stand alone and provide satisfaction without a cheap clickbait style ending. Mystery triggers a reaction at the most basic level of our mind. Our instinct to chase is strong, and a little mystery in your story will entice your audience to follow where you lead. Your unexplained element can be seen as a second focus that permeates your characters, conflicts, and world, but never gets resolved. You mustn't overdo this, however. You don't want to distract from the story. It must be like a pinch of salt with a dash of chili that adds flavour without dominating. This is the final step in the 5-step process. Go back over everything you've written, review your research, and feel the creative juices flowing. Now would be a good time to pull out one of those plotting tools to create the structure to put all of this in for easy consumption.